Hexagon boxes, like the ones you have in front of me. They are very easy to make, but you will require a little bit of S530 or S133. Now, you don't have to buy the whole roll. Half a metre would do the trick. So let's cut a bit of that and we'll get on with it. In order to have a stiff box, I'm using 2 layers of S530. Now I'm going to bond them together, so make sure you lay the 2 pieces together. Now I cut the strips at 4.5 inches wide, so there's 2 strips of S530, 4.5 inches wide. Pop them onto the ironing mat, and a good top tip is to put some baking parchment underneath, because how we're going to fuse them is we're going to have a glue side underneath, non-fusible here, and we're going to fuse the fusible side of the S530 to it. So I'm going to make basically a sandwich. This will just increase the depth of thickness of the stiffening I want to use. Once you've laid the 2 pieces together, making sure you've got the gluey sides in the right place, the iron-on cloth is absolutely invaluable. Remember to damp it first, lay the iron-on cloth on top, and then with the iron set between 2 or 3 dots, just apply heat and gently fuse both layers of the S530 together. Right, hexagon. I'm using one of these hexagon rulers here, but you can use any hexagon that happens to come to hand. The easy way to use this hexagon is to slide it to the edge of the strip, and notice it's setting between the 4.5 inch marks, because this is a 4.5 inch strip of fabric. I'm going to cut up there and cut down there. And you don't necessarily have this hexagon ruler. You could do this with any hexagon you happen to have to hand. The hexagon just needs to fit the strip of fabric. Right, having trimmed it off to match this end, flip the S530 over, bring the template in from the left-hand side, realign it, and then cut up the remaining 2 sides, and you will have a beautiful 4.5 inch hexagon. If you wanted to cut another one, simply, as you're going to need 4 of them, flip the S530 over, replace the template, cut again, up there and up there, turn the fabric over, bring the hexagon in from the left-hand side and cut. You will need to cut 4 of those. In addition to that, we need a small square that'll be for the base of the box and for the lid of the box. This will be the same size as one of the sides of the hexagon. So measure the side of the hexagon and cut yourself 2 pieces of the fused S530 to suit. So we want 2 squares and 4 hexagons. I've cut a piece of fabric slightly bigger than the hexagon, and I'm going to fuse the glue side of the S530 to the fabric. So lay it on, check you've got it the correct way up. Flip the fabric over and then fuse the 2 things in place. And here again, we can use the iron-on cloth. So just lay it on the top there. Remember to damp it and just fuse the fabric to the S530. When you've done that, you will need an additional piece of fabric, exactly the same size. Put the 2 pieces of fabric right sides together, and you're going to sew round the hexagon. Now we're going to start our stitching here and sew all the way around it and stop there, leaving a gap at the bottom so we can turn it through. I have stitched outside the hexagon. Notice the stitching does not go through the hexagon at all. I'm going to trim all the way around, trimming each of the sides with the exception of the side that I have left open. The reason for that is it's much easier to turn it through and tuck the excess fabric in if you've got a little bit extra on the seam allowance. When you've trimmed the fabric back, it will pay you to also take any corners off, so just chop the corners off. You can either use your scissors or the rotary cutter, and then we're going to turn it through. So turn it round and you'll be able to turn it through the whole relatively easily. Poking the corners out with something like a knitting needle or a pokey tool will poke the corners out beautifully. When you turn it through, you'll need to stitch across the bottom and just seal the unit. If I just put this one to one side for the moment, let's just finish off turning it through. And that's it, and just gently poke the corners out. And when you've done that, you're going to tuck in the bit at the bottom there and stitch it up, exactly as I've done on this one. Now, that's using the S530. What if you wanted to have a box that was slightly more solid? This is where I use the S133. So we have the same thing. You're going to cut a hexagon out, and it will pay you to make certain you know which side is the fusible one. So I tend to put a line on the non-fusing side. You're going to take your hexagon at S133 and fuse it to the fabric in exactly the same way. Fabric, going to lay it on there. You'll need your iron-on cloth. That's that, move that out of the way. So fuse it on, iron-on cloth. Pop it on the top there, and then press it and adhere the two together. When you've adhered the two together, we're going to do as we've done before, another piece of fabric. Remember, it's right sides together, and this time, because this is so much stiffer, it's not possible to turn it through one side of the hexagon. So leave two sides open, stitch round the remaining four sides, trim back and turn it through, and sadly you will have to sew up two sides of your hexagon. To make the base of our hexagon box, fuse the base to one side of the fabric and stitch round three sides. Again, you're not sewing through the stiffening. So you're not sewing through either the 530 or indeed the 133 if that's what you've chosen to use. Once you've stitched all the way around it, trim back and turn it through, stitch across the bottom there and neaten it off. And it'll look something like this one when you've done. With regard to the lid, you can either repeat exactly the same thing as we've done for the base, but if you want to, why not include a little tab? So if you fuse whichever of the two fusible products you're using to one of the fabrics, make a little tab, lay the little tab on the fabric, pin it in place before you stitch the two together on three sides, leaving one side open to turn it through. Okay, we've now got four hexagons, which are the sides. We've got the base. Hey, listen, these are really excited. They're jumping all over the place. And we have the lid with its little tab in it. All you need to do now is take the base and stitch the hexagons to the side. What I would be inclined to do is the side that you've turned in is have that to the base, because it's a nice side to get rid of any uneven stitches if you happen to have not sewn it as well as you possibly could have done. If you've got a fabric with a direction, then make sure everything goes in the right way. The lid will go on the end of one of those flaps. Now, you could sew it together by hand. Oh, perish the thought. Who wants to sew anything together by hand? Personally, I think it's much more better to actually sew it together using a little zigzag along the bottom here. And I've zagged off over the two layers. So I've sewn the four sides to the base, and I've sewn the lid to the side of one of the hexagons. All you need to do then is fold up the sides of the box and literally just stitch it together. And I'm sorry, you're going to have to do this by hand. With either a blanket stitch, you could use a ladder stitch, or any other stitch you chose. Sew up the sides by hand. If you need to, put a little button on the front there, and you will have a beautiful hexagon box, stiffened with either S530, or if you chose to use the S133, you will have a box that is considerably more robust.